Let me ask you, big dog, because you cover the Cowboys well. You and I were both working for the Cowboys.
When they drafted
Ezekiel
Elliott.
We was both working there. So
where's the time going, man?
Does the reunion make sense?
Yeah, it absolutely makes sense as long as we are honest about what this is.
What is it?
Signing a running back to a $2 million, $3 million contract to come in and play a role because you didn't draft one over the weekend.
What role?
Part of a committee. Zeke Elliott is here to be part of a committee. He could be the first guy out on the field if they want him to be, because then he gets credited with the start, and him and Dak get to do the 2-1-4 thing. It's gonna look dope when they're in the tunnel. You know, they come out of the tunnel together, like, Cowboys.
2-1-4, by the way, Dallas area code.
If you're, I mean, like, are we talking about Zeke Elliott, the rushing champion? Of course we're not. I looked this up. I mean, Zeke actually had a surprisingly good season in New England, I thought. You know, carrying the load for a bad offense. You can't see Acho right now, but the look on his face says
Define surprisingly good.
Zeke has carried the ball so much. I'm not sure how much is left in his legs, but he gave him a useful 600 yards, and this is what Zeke is at this point. I think he's a veteran presence. He's a guy that a lot of guys in that locker room know and love. He can be your short yardage back, your goal line back, and that's probably about it at this stage in his career. Like, you're not getting the rushing champion. You're not getting a guy that's a threat to go to the house. I looked this up just for the record. Last year, 49 backs got the ball 100 or more times in the NFL. Zeke ranked tied for 45th in the number of 10-plus yard carries. He had 8. He had 8 carries of 10-plus yards last year, tied for 4th worst in the NFL. It's just not what he is anymore. Can he still be useful? Is he still, you hate when I say this, is he still a really good blocker? Absolutely. Absolutely he is. But he's going to be part of a committee. As long as we're honest about that and we're not expecting 2018 Zeke, then yeah, it's fine.
All-time leading rusher. There's no better opinion on running backs on national television of any kind than the opinion of you, LeSean Shady McCoy. Does Zeke to the Cowboys make sense?
Yes, it does. And I'm not taking the approach that Dave took. I'm taking a bigger approach.
What approach was
we
that?
want the old Zeke back. We want the Zeke with the half shirt cut out, showing his stomach, showing the ass.
Belly now.
Bringing back, we need Zeke with the belly, because Zeke with the belly was dangerous. Nah, but you know what? I love this move, though, because like you talked about, Joy, they didn't get a lot with the running back so far, right, in the draft. They didn't really get it. They didn't really
get one.
Cool.
Yeah.
So my thing is, you bring Zeke back. He's still strong. He's still smart. He knows the offense, right? Another thing about Zeke I love is he knows the teammates.
Right.
So there's going to be a point in time where maybe he's not as effective on the field, but he's going to be very effective not on the field. Coach the other running backs, right? Other wide receivers may need to be yelled at for missing a read. Things like that matters. And I think if you bring the core back together, it helps out. Brings the morale up on the team.
No, the vibes are going to be high.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't know about the winning, but the vibes.
I don't know about the production, but the vibes.
Joy, does it make sense?
Can you take vibes to the bank?
No, not last time I checked.
I mean, you tell he could take some vibes to the bank.
You could
Yeah, I
take
guess you
vibes
could.
to the bank. Are they going to put them in?
Are they
If you
gonna
go
turn
into
into
the bank,
anything?
you got to have a good vibe.
You gotta have a good
You know what I'm
vibe.
saying?
That's
Yeah.
facts. That's
That's what I'm
facts.
doing.
You
That
preaching.
is how you want to go to the bank, with good vibes. I think it's fine, as long as the expectations are set right. I agree with Shady. I think he has a lot of value in the locker room. I think he has a lot of value in the offense. He still could be a good goal line back. Sure. So we're not going to get the Zeke of his rookie year. You know, that's not what he is anymore. But that's literally not what he is anymore. So as long as they are not expecting that from him, which I'm assuming there's some smart people in the building there, that they know that that's not what they're getting with him. Otherwise, they would have given him a different deal than they gave him. What is really the question to me is the rest of the running back room. Like, this is...
It's a very good question, Joy.
this is a committee if I've ever seen one.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that part is what is confusing to me. Maybe there's another planet coming.
Can't be.
Can be.
There could be. I don't expect it.
Here's why I hate it. Here's why I disagree with everybody at the desk. I hate it, but I have a very unique perspective in the NFL because I was a special teams player. I hate the Cowboys signing Zeke because of the roster imbalance issues. The roster's not balanced at all. You got 3 running backs, and they're all kind of starters, which means they all kind of have to start, which means who's going to play on teams? When you construct a roster, it's not just about your offense. It's not just about your defense. There are 3 phases to the game. We on national television, we just don't bore you with the 3rd phase, but the 3rd phase may be the most important phase. Philadelphia Eagles, they lost the Super Bowl to the Kansas City Chiefs in large part because of a big punt return. Who was on the punt return unit? Who was on the punt unit for the Eagles? Starting linebacker T.J. Edwards. Starters should not play special teams, and special teams players should not start. So if Zeke, Rico Dowdle, and Royce Freeman are all your starting 3 running backs, where is the roster balance? Philadelphia 2015, after we traded LeSean McCoy for Kiko Alonso. Our starting linebackers were Kiko Alonso and D'Amico Ryans. But we just paid Michael Kendricks like a 4-year, $28 million deal. We had the most expensive kickoff player ever in Michael Kendricks. We acquired Miles Austin from the Dallas Cowboys. But we also had Riley Cooper. Problem. Miles Austin is your 4th-team wide receiver. You want to know what 4th-team wide receivers have to do? They got to play special teams. So now we're on punt, and Miles Austin, former All-Pro Cowboy, is sitting there on punt. Want to know why our special team struggled? A part of the reason why we went 6-9 that year before Chip Kelly got fired, and then we end up going 1-0, and maybe with Deuce Staley take over as a coach, because the roster was not balanced. So I hear everybody at the desk if Zeke knows his role, but there's no role that Zeke can occupy unless he's actually going to be a legitimate contributing player, which I don't know that he can be, that is worth the roster imbalance.
What about Deuce Vaughn?
Deuce can't play teams at all because of his size unless he's a returner, but you got Kevontae Turpin. So Deuce is just kind of, he's stuck, Joy. Like, I love Deuce as your 3rd down kind of gadget back if you have a 1st and 2nd down back. But y'all keep saying, and you all are absolutely right, Zeke is a short yardage and goal line back.
But the other running backs they got, they're not like guys like that. Like, I can't see them telling the coach they don't want to play special teams. They're like, what? Who? Right? I can see Miles feeling like that. He's a future or
All-Pro back then,
All-Pro, right? But these other guys, who?
Yeah, there's nobody else
They
on
ain't got no
Yeah,
names be saying that.
else on
No,
that team.
to me, it's about the fatigue. It's about the fact that, okay, so Zeke should start because he's Zeke. And y'all are right, the vibes, all the things. He should run out there first. Starting at a running back, number 21,
It's gonna
Zeke,
go hard.
it'll go
It's gonna go hard.
crazy. But, Shady, you know this, Zeke gonna get the first 2 snaps. But then Dowdle got to carry the load, or Royce got to carry the load.
Right.
So after Zeke gets the first 2 snaps, and then, hey, Zeke, come on out. Then Dowdle plays 3 through 7. Then punt team alert. And then Dowdle got to be the personal protector. It's just, there's so much nuance that we don't really talk about on television as it pertains to roster balance. And acquiring Zeke, you need a starting running back.
Yeah,
Who is their starting running back?
I don't like it. I don't like what this looks like right now on this paper. Like, we talk a lot about on paper this time of year. On paper, this is not an attractive situation. Which is why I was confused by them not drafting a running back.
Yes.
I don't dislike the Zeke move because of all the things that you're saying. So Zeke is one of those players that, one, obviously wants to be there and knows the building, knows the nuances, all the things. I think that matters at a very high level for lots of other reasons other than on the field.
Yeah.
But on the field, who's the running back?
And that's the dilemma. To me, like, even Shady, when you were in KC, you had definitive roles. You told me all the time. Andy Reid went up to him and was like, hey, big dog. You know what I'm saying? This is going to be your role on this team. When you went with Bruce Arians in Tampa, hey, get these young guys ready. You knew in your mind you better than some of them cats, but you knew there were roles. I believe that Fournette was the boom. He going to be the thumper. And then y'all had the dude from USC. Ronald Jones.
Yeah.
And we knew his role was this.
We drafted a kid named Sean
Yes.
Vaughn. Yep.
So I like.
But my thing is, like,
roles.
but listen, man, I don't care where I was going, right? Playing or not playing. I'm not playing special teams. Y'all know that.
So
right?
figure it out.
They ain't in the conversation.
Yeah.
They don't get 25. They don't get, playing up, I'm getting 25. Some things is just know. You know what's going to happen. For them other dudes, they can't, like, they know they're going to play special teams. Zeke is not, right? Zeke has earned that right. Zeke is Zeke. Them other dudes, we don't even know what them dudes are like that.
Yeah.
No disrespect to them.
Of course.
It's like they haven't earned nothing.
It's just
So listen,
the way it
man,
works.
y'all need to get ready for special teams. Oh, great first down, great touchdown. Get some water and get your blood ready for You crazy? What?
I love it.
I'm just glad that we get to have a better final shot of Zeke than what we saw in that 49ers game in the playoffs.
Yeah, he can redeem himself.
But don't worry about that, though. It's been the same thing this year. Playoffs.
They can lose, but they don't have to put my man at center in his final snap.
Oh, my God. Subscribe here to get the latest from Speak, and go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.